Hey guys, and welcome back to another Halloween video. Now, I have a very special review for you guys here today. To keep up with the clown theme from my last review, this weekend I'm going to be doing two reviews of what I consider it to be, in my opinion, the best clown buildings that either company offers. So, to start us off here, we have the Department 56 Last Laugh Asylum, released in 2018. Alright, so obviously, the theme of this building is a really creepy asylum. Now, already I love this because, for those of you who don't know, I love buildings that are legitimately really scary. Because, you know, a part of why I like Dr. Tingle's Laboratory and the Holograms Manor so much was because I found those buildings to be legitimately pretty frightening. And this is definitely no exception to that rule because, you know, a lot of the times, you know, spooky villages, they can often be, well, Halloween themed, of course, right? But sometimes it can be silly or cute or lighthearted. But that is definitely not the case with this building. This is a really, really creepy piece. And just for theme alone, because, you know, I know asylums have really dark histories, and I know a lot of them, the abandoned ones, are considered to be some of the most haunted places on Earth. So to see that get explored into a spooky village form, I just think that's really cool. And that's without talking about the figurine, which, yes, we will get to here in a second. But that's not the only thing to celebrate about this piece, because as you can see here, the lighting is really, really good. As you can see here, the gate, it lights up. The two light posts right there, they will light up purple, which, by the way, the building does come, no, sorry, the gate does come with the building. As you can see here, you just plug it into the side like that, and then it'll power up the gate. And on the actual asylum, you have the orange light that lights up the main part of the building. And probably the most noticeable thing outside of the gate is the blue light on top. That'll actually flicker, as you can see right there. It's not super pronounced, which is why you probably can't see it very, very well, but just know that it does indeed flicker. And it's just so cool to see this kind of lighting on a Department 56 piece, because while they have gotten much better the past couple years, you know, Department 56 buildings typically aren't incredibly well lit, but it's cool to see this kind of lighting on a Department 56 piece. I just think that's really, really cool. Alright, now another thing that I love about this building is I love how it's not overtly clown themed, because, you know, even if you didn't want to get the figurine, which, again, I will talk about here in a second, but even if you didn't want to get the figurine, but you still were really looking for, you know, a spooky asylum to go for your village, this will still work, because honestly, you take the figurine out, there's really nothing that clown themed on it, except for maybe that doll that's right there. But, yeah, I really like what they did with it. I'm glad that they didn't make it super over the top with clowns, you know, with, like, I don't know, confetti or, you know, treats or, like, anything like that. I'm just glad that they kept it, you know, relatively simple and just made it, you know, more like a creepy asylum, which I love that. Alright, so that was the building. Now let's talk about the figurine right there. So this is the Jokes Over figurine. It was released in 2018 along with the building. However, it does not come with it. It's sold separately. And I gotta say, when people ask me what do I think the most terrifying figurine in spooky villaging is, I think that it's really hard to top this one. And this is coming from someone who is not afraid of clowns. I mean, as you can just see right there, you know, with the teeth, the wet yellow teeth, and how it's wrapped up in a straitjacket, being wheeled into the asylum. That is just really, really creepy. And if you are afraid of clowns, then I'd imagine that this is going to be like a really, really scary piece for you. Because it's a scary piece for me, and again, I'm not really afraid of clowns all that much. However, that being said, if you do want to get this building, I think that you need to get the figurine as well. Unless you don't, unless you just want it as part of a regular asylum and not anything clown related. And both this and the figurine together, if you get this from the Department 56 website, it'll cost you over $180, if I remember correctly. And that was something that I wanted to talk about in this video. One of the big differences between Limax and Department 56. Alright, so one of the big differences between Limax and Department 56, as I just stated, is Department 56 buildings are typically a bit more expensive. You know, Limax, even some of their more intricate buildings, as long as you use a coupon or you get them from an online retailer, they very rarely top $100. Heck, most of them don't even top $80. With Department 56, on the other hand, even their single-bowl buildings can cost upwards of $100. And that's without mentioning the gift sets or the licenses. And there are two reasons for that, which I will get into. Alright, so one of the big differences one of the big reasons of why Department 56 buildings are typically a little bit more expensive is because they are very, very well made in terms of construction and paint. As you can see right here, just the quality of the paint and the construction of it, and just in general the craftsmanship of it is really amazing. It feels very professional. Whenever I got this building, I was really stunned away at how well made it was. As you can see, the paint is very detailed, and it just looks really, really good. And that's one of the biggest selling points for Department 56, is that they are very, very well made. Another reason why Department 56 buildings are typically a little bit more expensive than Lemax is because they're not as mass-produced as Lemax buildings are. Lemax, sometimes their buildings can, they can be available for over a decade, where Department 56, a lot of the times, their buildings only last about a year. I know that sometimes, or a lot of the times, that they're just one and done. But, and also, they just don't release as much buildings as Lemax, so both that and just how well made they are make the price go up on it. But I really want to reiterate that when buying Department 56 buildings, I do want to say that they are extremely high quality, which is why I completely recommend getting them. But just know that that high quality does come at a price, literally. But for me personally, I'm willing to pony up a pretty hefty price as long as I feel like I'm getting a quality product, and I can definitely feel that with this building. Alright, to close off my review, I give the Last Laugh Asylum a 10 out of 10. I think that this is a fantastic building. And again, I think that this is the coolest clown building that either company has ever made, with the exception of one that I'll be reviewing tomorrow. It's just, the lighting is so good on it, and it is so scary, especially with that figurine. That figurine is terrifying. Alright guys, well thank you so much for watching, and as a teaser for what I'll be reviewing tomorrow, we're going to go to a mobile home to check out some killer clowns. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you all next time.